Are you looking to try intermittent fasting in 2022? Well, I've got something you should know. I'm here to help you all the way through your intermittent fasting journey. This guide will help you get started with this popular dieting trend. Intermittent fasting is a way of eating that involves a cycle between periods of fasting and eating. It is a great way to lose weight and improve your overall health. Do you want to know more about it? Well, in this guide, we will cover the basics of intermittent fasting, including how to get started, what to eat, and how to stick to this diet. Welcome to Health Fruition, the #1 channel to help you in your health and wellness journey. Are you ready for fasting? Let's get started. What is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting focuses on when you eat, whereas most diets emphasize what you consume. Intermittent fasting is a practice of eating that alternates between fasting and eating. It does not define which foods should be consumed, but rather when they should be consumed. In this regard, it is more correctly described as an eating pattern than a diet in the traditional sense. With intermittent fasting, you only consume food at certain times. It is possible to lose weight by fasting for a set period of time each day, or eating only one meal a day. In addition, scientific research suggests various health benefits. Mark Mattson, a neurologist at Johns Hopkins, has studied intermittent fasting for 25 years. In his view, the human body has evolved to be able to function without food for long periods of time, even days. Fasting has been a practice since the beginning of human history. Ancient hunter-gatherers lacked supermarkets, refrigerators, and year-round food availability. Sometimes they were unable to find food. Hunting, the game and collecting nuts and berries required much time and effort. Standard intermittent fasting regimens include daily 16-hour fasts or twice-weekly 24-hour fasts. As a result, humans have developed the ability to survive for extended periods without nourishment. In fact, intermittent fasting is more natural than eating 3 to 4 meals per day. Fasting is frequently practiced for religious or spiritual purposes in Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and Buddhism. How does intermittent fasting work? The theory behind intermittent fasting is that by restricting meal intake, our bodies would use fat reserves more rapidly and efficiently for energy. While glucose from carbohydrates is our most direct fuel source, we burn fat for energy when glucose is unavailable. This occurs significantly more frequently during times of food scarcity. Our capacity for fat storage is limitless. There are numerous methods for intermittent fasting, but they all include picking regular eating and fasting windows. There is no ideal fasting strategy, and you should choose one based on what works best for you. For instance, you could try eating solely within a daily 8-hour window and fasting for the other time. You could also choose to consume only one meal each day or twice a day. There are numerous intermittent fasting regimens. One method is daily fasting for a specified period, typically 12 hours or more. The average person sleeps approximately 7 hours per night, contributing to this fasting time. If you abstain from eating after dinner, you can quickly achieve a daily fast that will help your body burn fat more efficiently. This form of fasting could be beneficial for someone who tends to snack at night. Alternate day fasting is another type of intermittent fasting. This involves eating whatever you want 5 to 6 days per week and choosing 1 or 2 days per week to fast. During these days of fasting, water and broth are suggested to prevent dehydration. This form of fasting can be advantageous for people with hectic work schedules who cannot eat regularly. Here are 10 benefits of intermittent fasting according to science. Number 1. Brain power. Intermittent fasting improves the working memory of animals and the verbal memory of adults. Number 2. Cardiovascular wellness. Intermittent fasting enhanced blood pressure, heart rate, and several cardiac parameters. Intermittent fasting may decrease bad LDL cholesterol, blood triglycerides, inflammatory markers, blood sugar, and insulin-resistant levels. Number 3. Performance. men who fasted for 16 hours shed fat and maintained muscle mass. Mice fed every other day showed greater running endurance. Number 4. Diabetes and obesity. Intermittent fasting inhibits animal obesity. In 6 studies, intermittent fasting assisted obese adults in weight loss. Intermittent fasting facilitates weight loss and the loss of abdominal fat without calorie counting. Number 5. Tissue wellness. In mice, intermittent fasting decreased surgical tissue damage and enhanced surgical outcomes. Number 6. Insulin resistance. Intermittent fasting can improve insulin resistance, decreasing blood sugar by 3 to 6% and fasting insulin by 20 to 31%, hence preventing type 2 diabetes. Number 7. Inflammation. Some research indicates a decline in inflammatory markers, a major cause of chronic diseases. Number 8. Animal studies suggest that intermittent fasting reduces cancer. Number 9. Health of the brain. Intermittent fasting has been shown to raise BDNF levels in the brain, which may accelerate the growth of new nerve cells. Alzheimer's disease is preventable. Number 10. Anti-aging. Rats can increase their longevity through intermittent fasting. According to studies, rats that fasted lived 36 to 83% longer. Remember that the research is still in its infancy. Many of the research was either not sufficient, short-term, or animal-based. Better human studies still need to answer a lot of questions. Safety and side effects. The primary side effect of intermittent fasting is hunger. Additionally, you may experience temporary fatigue and sluggishness in your mental processes as your body adapts to the new program. In these following cases, intermittent fasting is not recommended and can be downright harmful. Children and teens under age 18, women who are pregnant or breastfeeding, if you have eating disorders or are underweight, diabetics, or if you have problems with blood sugar regulation, have low blood pressure, under medications, you're a woman attempting to conceive, you have a previous history of amenorrhea. Intermittent fasting, on the other hand, has an excellent safety record. If you're in good health and well-fed, going a few days without eating isn't going to do you any harm. Before attempting intermittent fasting, talk to your doctor if you have a medical issue. Here are the frequently asked questions about intermittent fasting. Number 1. Should women fast? According to some studies, intermittent fasting may not be as advantageous to women as it is for men. Intermittent fasting may facilitate weight loss and reduce women's risk of heart disease and diabetes. There is still a need for human investigations to confirm these conclusions. Number 2. Can I take supplements while fasting? Yes. Fat-soluble vitamins, for example, may act better with food. Number 3. Can I drink while fasting? Yes. Non-caloric drinks like water, coffee, and tea are okay. Don't sweeten coffee. Some milk or cream is okay. Coffee reduces hunger during a fast. Number 4. Can I work out while fasted? Fasted exercise is okay. Before a fasting workout, some recommend BCAAs. Number 5. Is it not unwise to skip breakfast? No. The issue is that the majority of cliché breakfast skippers live unhealthy lifestyles. The practice is completely healthy if you consume healthful meals for the remainder of the day. Number 6. Will fasting decrease my metabolism? No. Earlier research indicates that short-term fasting increases metabolism. However, fasting for 3 days or more can inhibit the metabolism. Number 7. Will fasting result in muscle wasting? All weight loss techniques might result in muscle loss, which is why lifting weights and maintaining a high protein intake is essential. A 2011 study demonstrated that intermittent fasting is associated with less muscle loss than conventional calorie restriction. Getting started. You've probably tried intermittent fasting before. If you have ever had dinner, slept in, and skipped lunch, you have fasted for more than 16 hours. Some individuals consume without thought. They awaken without an appetite. The 16-8 technique is said to be the simplest and longest fasting intermittent fasting method. Attempt 24-hour fasts, eat, stop, eat, or consume 500 to 600 calories once or twice per week if you find it simple and feel well. 5-to-2 ratio diet. If you're not hungry or lack appetite to prepare meals, skip them. Certain benefits of intermittent fasting can be achieved without adhering to a tight schedule. Find an activity that complements your schedule and interests you. If you want to practice intermittent fasting, begin with 16-8 and work your way up to lengthier fasts. Experiment to identify the optimal strategy. Well, do you want to try it? One of many healthy lifestyle options is intermittent fasting. The three main considerations remain real food, exercise, and sleep. There is no one-size-fits-all nutrition. The optimal diet is one that can be maintained throughout time. Intermittent fasting has advantages for some people. You can only identify your group by trying. If you enjoyed while fasting, it can be a great way to reduce weight and enhance your health. Before making any decisions about your health, you should always consult with your doctor. So, what do you think of intermittent fasting? Do you think you can do it? Well, let us know in the comment section below. What about sharing your experiences with your fitness journey on fasting? We'd love to hear from you. Also, feel free to check out our other videos and comment your video suggestions down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified of new posts. Remember to take care of your health and good luck on your fitness journey. See you next time.